Hello makers, welcome to Always Yarn First, a podcast about knitting, crochet, spinning, and all the other yarny goodness that I get into. I am Lindsey and I am coming to you from Little Rock, Arkansas. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Always Yarn First. Before we get into the episode, I'd like to give you a reminder on different make-alongs I have going currently. There is two now. The Nothing But Double is a year-long make-along I am doing with my friend Lori from Arkansas Yarn Co. And we are making blankets, and the only thing you have to do is make a blanket and hold yarn double. That is it. You can use that hashtag. And then as of today, which is April 1st, I am starting a new make-along, and its hashtag is It's Marling Darling. So similar to Nothing But Double, but this one is specifically marling. So the difference is marling is two different yarns. So it can be two different colors of fingering held together, or a fingering with a mohair, a slub with a surrey, something like that. So it can be, anything you want, crochet, knitting, again, always. And it is April through June. And whips are welcome, so if you're already in the middle of a project that you are marling something, fantastic. There is a chat for this on my Ravelry group page. Also, I just want to make a quick mention. You'll be watching this Sunday. If you are up to date with the news, we had tornadoes through Little Rock yesterday. Me and my family are all safe. Tornadoes are strange things, and they are very hit and miss. And when you look up and down my street, you would have no clue that a tornado came through. We were very fortunate. Many of our friends got a lot of damage on their homes, but all of our friends are safe. So there's been different people that have been messaging me. So thank you for your thoughts. But we are safe, but there is quite a bit of damage in town here. So I just wanted to mention that. All right, so on to happier thoughts. Let's get into some making, shall we? If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I name every episode of my podcast after a song because I love music and many different genres. So this week my song is Future by Red Velvet. It is a K-pop song. I really got into K-pop since the pandemic, basically. And this is going to, talk. Last episode I mentioned some future makes. We're going to talk about it some more. I'm really excited about some future projects that I want to cast on. So I thought that was a perfect song title. So I will have a link to the Spotify of that song if you'd like to check it out. And I will have links to all my things, and I will have chapters if you want to skip around to what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry, I had to take a break. My dogs wanted to go out and investigate. All right, so I am wearing no knits today. I'm just being comfortable at home. Excuse me. But I have 3 finished objects. All right, let's start with the one that I have mixed feelings about. I mean, I like it, but my color work is way too tight. So it looks like you can see that these are bicycles. This is the Bikey Beanie by Andrea Rangel. I used yarn in my stash, Woolfolk Tynd color 1, which is the white. And then Mustache Yarn Perfect Sock in Inkwell gray. And this was supposed to be for my husband. I was excited that I could see the color work, but my color work was way too tight. I aggressively blocked it. It can work for me if I do it just right. It basically, there's this band right here. I tried it on yesterday. I can't really see my head very well, but then it's too loose up here, so it's pretty obvious. But I'm going to leave it as a finished object. I'm just going to try again and go up another needle size. I did go up 1 needle size for the color work, but I'm going to go up another one and see if that helps. So yeah, it is a finished object though. The next one of my goals for the month, which we'll talk about at the end, I finished these socks finally. I don't even know what yarn this is. I had talked about these. Occasionally I get some sock tubes made from, the store is called Tangerine 8. She is from the St. Louis area, and actually I'm going to meet her in person at the Midwest Fiber Festival at the end of this month. So exciting. I got these done ages ago. I didn't write down what yarn it was, and so they've been sitting around forever, and I had started these even a long time ago, the cuffs, and I just needed heels and toes, so I finished those. But here's the most exciting one, y'all. I finished my Cloud 9, and oh, it is gorgeous. I mean, it is just amazing. This is Cloud 9 by Andrea Yetman, and this is in Arkansas Yarn Co., the Fluff, which is the mohair, and Yummy Sparkle Base. And this was a custom dye that Lori did for me. I told her I wanted a soft feminine color, but wasn't grubby pink because I already have some grubby pink sweaters. So this is what she came up with, and it is stunning. So she named it Lindsey's Waterlilies. It smells so good from washing too. I love it. This is an easy sweater. I mean, you just have this detail, which I think is an 8-row repeat. Otherwise, it's just knitting. And even at the end, you pick up for the sleeves and do a couple of rows and bind off. And same thing here. You pick up and basically bind off so that it looks nice and neat for the neckline. That's it. It is lovely. Oh, so soft. It's so feminine. I love it so much. Highly recommend. So definitely check that out if you're looking for like a little dressy short sleeve shirt. It will be perfect. So that is my finished objects. I finished 3, so super excited about that. And then naturally I have cast on things. So I have cast on 3 things. So we'll get into it in a minute with my whips, but I'm making a blanket this year for my make along with Lori using the Arkansas Yarn Co. Sock Yarn Society boxes. And I was doing another scrappy blanket because I had so much left over. What I'm doing with my blanket is crocheting little strips, and so I have tons of yarn left. And I was doing another pattern by the Cozy Up Knit Girls, but I realized I was doing that single, so fingering celled single with squares, and I'm like, I'm never going to be caught up with this. And so I scratched that project. I frogged that. And I decided to make something else in crochet because I already have my crochet hook in this bag with my yarn. And I decided it'd be fun to make a bunting. So this project is called Simple Crochet Bunting by Pink Milk. And so it's just triangles. So this is January color. This is February color. And this is March. So it's nice because I have one crochet hook in my bag. I work on my blanket, and then I keep holding double, and I do these, and eventually they will be all attached together. And I thought it'd be like just a cool decoration to have or whatever. So yeah, still have plenty of yarn left, but just one more project to make that I'll have at the end of the year. So and the other thing, I literally cast on last night. So last podcast, I had talked about future makes, and this was one of them. I am making the Outline Tank by Jessie Maed Designs. The Outline Tank tee and raglan, I think it's called, the long sleeve. all those patterns we're using for the yarn crawl this year, that people, if they want to take a picture with a group on Saturdays, you make one of the outlines and bring them in and get a picture taken with all of us wearing pretty much matching shirts. So I had mentioned that I wanted to use my Handspun. So yesterday I caked it up. So here it is. That's good. It looks so nice. I did a little swatch and then I cast on, so I'm literally not far. I got a big old circle. But this many stitches, and especially with the hand, this is my first time casting on a project like this, so many stitches with the Handspun. And again, my Handspun is thick and thin, some fluffy spots. It looks really good in the cake, but you can even see the tail, like how fluffy it is. Like it's twisted, but you know, could come undone. So that was a slow process yesterday of casting on all the stitches. And then of course, when you connect in the round, after you've spent that much time casting on all the stitches, you're like trying to double, triple, quadruple check that you're not joining by twisting your stitches. So I kept like being paranoid about that. And then I joined it. I knit a whole round and it felt like it was still like twisted over. So I was like, oh my gosh. And so I was checking it again. It seems like it's okay. Because I feel like I'm in like row 3 of the ribbing now. But yeah, so I think the worst part is over, which is just the casting on and not twisting it. So I'm really excited about this. I'm nervous about it since I hand spun it, but I think it'll also be a super special project. So here is a picture of what I'm making. I am making definitely longer than that. That is like, you know, just past your boobs, but I am definitely making it longer. But I have plenty of my Handspun to do that. So, all right, so that is all my cast-ons. So let's get into whips. All right, so the first whip, since I have it right here, talking about the Sock Yarn Society box. This is my progress so far on my. It looks like a hot mess, but it will block out. So when I make each chevron, I do block it out really good with the new one so that it's laying next to each other, and then I do the connecting stitches. So I know it's okay, but then it's just basically like this in my bag. So it looks like a hot mess, but once all of them are attached, then I will do a nice border to make it even prettier around the edge. So again, January, February, March. So I'm completely caught up, which is awesome. I'm holding the yarn double. The pattern I'm using is the Chevron Fade Blanket. It is a free pattern, crochet. So yeah, and it is both that and my bunting is in my By the Bay bag co. A nice huge bag, plenty of room in this bag. I love it. I love the handles. It's very sturdy, tons of pockets, so my crochet hook does not get lost in the bottom of the bag, which is good. All right, moving right along. Okay, the next one I have is in my BTS bag. This is a bag by Kelly E. McD that I have given her BTS fabric for to make me this bag. And this is the Thunder Road by Poison Grrrls. And right now, I think everything, I have loose needles because like I'm at the point where everything's on hold. So first, I made this back panel to a certain point, and then you put the stitches on hold. And then I picked up on one side, and so that's where I'm at. So the next I need to obviously pick up on the other side. This is just like a little shrug bolero. It is using Malabrigo Verdana, which is Pima cotton. Because I don't have the tag in here, I'm pretty sure it's 100% Pima cotton. So yeah, loving this. This will be nice. I need to pick this up again, and then I need to start another one so I can have some different colors of boleros, because it is definitely warm enough to be wearing them over dresses. So yeah, that is project whip number 2. And the other one that's gotten some love is my Stephen West Eyelet Burst Shawl. It probably isn't going to look much different because I'm still in color 1. But when I look on it, I'm in the middle of a row. That's okay. So here it is. You can see my stitch marker where I was last time. So I made a good deal of progress. I am almost at the point where I'm going to be fading in color 2. So this colorway is Arkansas Yarn Co. This is one of Jessa and Anna's colorways that they dyed. This is The World Is Not Enough. I'm not sure if they still have these because their colorways are, they do a colorway per month, put them up on the site, and once they're gone, they're gone. But this green is stunning. My next colorway is in here. This one is a deep stash Hue Loco called Cat Nanny, a collaboration they did with the Grocery Girls years ago that I've had deep stash. And you can see, here's my other 2 colors right here that are going to that. So this is such a fun pattern. It's so easy. It is a 2-row repeat. I literally don't have to think about it. So if you want some TV knitting, or like I play online gaming, this is perfect while I'm waiting for my turn. I can just pick up, even do a couple stitches in between turns, and it's so easy and good. And it's so easy. It uses 4 skeins, but if you're like me and had all those single skeins, you're like, what am I going to do with these? You can easily find 4 skeins in your stash that could go together to make this shawl. I highly recommend it. Excellent, excellent pattern. Okay, so the other thing I worked on, which I'm not going to show, but I did mention it last time, is the shawl I am making for the retreat, the Arkansas Yarn Co. retreat in September. No, it has not gone on sale yet, but Lori has teased it. We don't know a date that is going on sale yet. There's just some last minute things that need done and tinkering before, but keep an eye out on their Instagram to find out more about that. But that shawl is coming along. I've made lots of good progress on that the last couple weeks. And I don't know how much I worked on this, but I will show it because it kind of goes with the theme of my new make along. So this is in my Knick Knack Knits bag. And this is my Lamana. Let's see. I haven't made a ton of progress on this. Now, it's so funny because, I was just talking about that Stephen West shawl, how it's so easy and mindless, and I love it. Okay, this is easy and mindless too. But for some reason, this is like a slog. I'm not giving up on it because I want this cardigan badly. But you see, I did not make much progress since you've seen. I've done a couple rows. Maybe it's, no, it's not even because the rows are long, because that shawl, the rows are long too. I don't know what it is. And it's not because of the purl rows. So this, that other one is garter, where this one is obviously you have the right side and the wrong side. So, this is a free pattern. So it is knit on the front, purl on the back with some side stitches, some side decorative stitches. This is Arkansas Yarn Co. I'm using Surrey base with a sparkle base held double. So this counts for the Marling Darling knit along, crochet along. And I love it. I love the texture. I just am not currently finding myself picking it up. I don't know what it is about it. And I think that's so funny because I was just at Arkansas Yarn Co. yesterday morning, and I was talking about that, how it's so interesting to me if you literally craft what you're in the mood for, the waves that you have. The Cloud 9 sweater I just finished and that I'm in love with. This sweater, Lori dyed the yarn for me. I looked, it was 2021. I'm pretty sure in the spring. So 2 years ago, I had this yarn. I was excited about this project. I think I cast it on maybe a couple months later. And then for some reason, it got pushed aside. Like I wasn't super stoked about it at the moment. I don't know what it was. There's a plane passing. And it just got pushed aside until this year I've been focusing on my Whip Make 9 board, and I got it out and started, and then I couldn't put it down. I don't know what had changed. I mean, except that I could actually see progress, but I don't know. I'm hoping that at one of these points that Lamana will be like this, and I'll just pick it up and be go, go, go. But now at least we're going into the spring, summer, so I won't really need the cardigan, so I'm hoping before fall, when I actually want to use it, that I will make some good progress on it. So, all right, so that is it for my whips. So next, let's briefly talk about spinning. I've done a little spinning. I have been working on my alpaca that I got from Irish Meadows Yarn Barn in Iowa. Here's what I have left of the one I'm working on. I have another full one right here. You can see it. So I just filled up one bobbin worth right here. So yeah, I have a whole skein of one I had previously done last year. So I had basically gotten 2 more of these. And so that's what I'm working on right now. I know if you're not a fan of brown, it's not exciting, but this is like butter to spin. It is so magnificent. And the way she has it done, where you just kind of undo this and then I rip it off and work on it, it's just fantastic. I love it so much. And I can't wait to make like a garment or something with that. It's super soft. That's it for spinning. All right, so let's get into acquisitions. All right, so the first acquisition I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert, I am going to show it though because this is going up on Sunday, and Sunday morning also the video will go up of the unboxing of the Sock Yarn Society. So Nicole, if you're watching this, look away momentarily because I know you don't like to see. But this is the April Sock Yarn Society yarn. So if you don't want to know, look away now. Here it is. It's just real delicate. I'm not going to talk about it very much. I'm just going to kind of show it. Yes, right there. I will tell you the name of it is How Sweet It Is. And I get it in the Yummy Sparkle base. Okay, it is safe to look again. I am done showing that one. All right, the other thing I got also was at Arkansas Yarn Co. Macy from Mace of Skeins had a trunk show there. And so I got a couple of things. I first of all got this sock set. This is the colorway There's Something Massively Wrong With Us. Don't even look. It's sold out. It's gone. So yeah, I'm excited to work with that. I have an idea for this, but I'm not sure. And then I got 2. Look at how well that blows out. Man, look at that. It's so good. This is the colorway Hot Kiss. This is in the Royal Flush, which is lace mohair silk. And I got 2 of these. And you guys, okay. So let me tell you one other thing I got. And I'm going to talk about another future make I'm going to do with these. I got a Mesa Skeins pin. And that's all my acquisitions. Now, let's briefly talk about future makes. So, y'all know I just made a hot pink sweater. But I saw this and I'm like, I just want it so bad. I don't know what I'm going to make with it. I just made a hot pink sweater. But then I was thinking, so what happened was I bought one skein and I brought it home. And then I'm like, what am I going to do with it? I actually thought about making a pair of Selena socks, which is a pattern by my friend Nicole, Prof Pearl. But I already have a hot pink set I bought from Le Mouton Rouge Knittery in hot pink colors, kind of in tribute of Nicole because she loves it so much. I haven't started those. I'm like, I already have a set for that. So then I was just kind of looking through my stash, and in this cubby right here, when I reorganized my stash, this is a cubby where I have more than one skein of the same thing, or that was meant as a set. So like, that could easily go into a shawl or a shirt. I have at least 2 skeins, if not more, of it. So I was going through there and I found these. So I had gotten these when they were clearanced off at Arkansas Yarn Co. And look at this, y'all. I mean, yes. So this is going to be an Elton pullover by Joji Locatelli. Now, I have made the Elton cardigan. I made it in the Woolfolk Tynd, and it's white and goes with everything, and I wear it a ton. So if you had previously bought the Elton cardigan, then you can get the Elton pullover for half price, which is $350 US. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to get it because, of course, I might make it. And then I got this combination and I'm like, yes, this is happening. So don't know when I'm going to cast it on, not in a hurry, but it's one of those things where I might cast on sooner than later because I'm looking at this color combo and I'm dying to see it together. It's so good. So I'm super stoked about that. So yesterday when I went back to the yarn shop, I got another one to make sure I had plenty of the mohair in the same color before the trunk show went away. It's technically over, but the yarn is still at Arkansas Yarn Co. until Macy comes to get it. So if you go to their website, you can still actively shop the Mesa Skeins trunk show right now. I don't know till when. All right, so that is a future make. So let's go into talking about goals. It's the beginning of April, so let's see how I did for March. Yesterday when I went back to the yarn shop, I got another one to make sure I had plenty of the mohair in the same color before the trunk show went away. It's technically over, but the yarn is still at Arkansas Yarn Co. until Macy comes to get it. So if you go to their website, you can still actively shop the Mesa Skeins trunk show right now. I don't know till when. All right, so that is a future make. So let's go into talking about goals. It's the beginning of April, so let's see how I did for March. So first of all, yarn skeins in and out. I had 11 skeins come in the month of March, and I had 31 skeins go out. So that's very good. I'm very excited about that. And I made all of my March goals. So my goals were to finish the baby dress I made for Kristen, which I did. Finish the Cloud 9, which I did. Frog my tank top, the Summer Secret Crop, maybe. It was by Jessie Maed, and it was on my Whips Make 9 board. And for some reason, I just kept looking at it, and I did not love it. So I frogged it, and I actually, sometimes, when you frog a project, you want to reuse the yarn. Other times, you feel like that yarn is like bad mojo almost, like it's connected in your brain with that project that didn't work out. So I gifted it to Jessa because that is like that, like a darkish, blackish, brownish, grayish. I thought she would really enjoy it. So I think I honestly is going to make the tank top I frogged, which is funny. So I gifted that to her. And so I frogged that, and then I finished my vanilla sock tubes right here. So, yeah, so that was great. I finished all things. So here we go for April goals. My goal is to finish the Thunder Road, which is the yellow bolero in cotton. And then to finish the outline tank. It's not a long project, and I really want to stay focused on that. Again, because it is the official top for the yarn crawl, which isn't until July. But as I've talked about before, if I wait to the last minute, then I lose steam. Like having that, I hit a wall. So I want to do it early so it's done, out of the way, and so I have an awesome hand-spun tank top throughout the whole summer. I mean, I want it done. So finish that. And then my next project off of my Whips Make 9 board is this one. I have it out. This is in an Erin Lane bag that my friend Christy gifted me. This was a test knit I did, but I only had to finish one sock, which I did. So this is the Amber Dexterous Socks by Blame the Knots. I can show this front page. Doesn't give away any info. So yeah, so I finished one sock, and for some reason I just never cast on the second one. So this yarn is, if you've been watching for a while, this yarn is was my first time using yak. This is in my friend Christine's Treasured Yak Toes Sock, which is 70% merino, 20% yak, 10% nylon, and it is phenomenal feeling. So this was such an easy pattern. I finished it, I think, within 2 days. So I don't know why. I just need to cast it on and get going with it. So yeah, I want to finish that, and that will be another one off my Make 9. I think right now I only have 3 projects left on my Whips Make 9 board, which is crazy. We're in April, and I have 3 projects left because I finished 5, I frogged 1. So this would make number 7. So hope to get that done. So want to start and finish the second sock on that. And then the last thing I want to do is, again, something I talked about last podcast with goals, is I want to do a gauge swatch for the Mount Peleor top. That top is on my regular Make 9 board, so I really need to focus on that. And again, I want some nice tops for summertime that I can actually wear. And this is in Sandnes Garn Lina. I'm not sure what it is, but I had 1 skein of this I had previously bought, and this is exactly the yarn it calls for. So I want to do a really nice gauge swatch with this because I basically got this to taste test. So I want to do that, and then I plan on making a trip to, oh man, it's literally jumped out of my head, where I bought this yarn with my daughter. Yep, totally. I will put it on the screen because it has just completely exited my brain. Oh, it's right on here. McKinney Knittery. McKinney Knittery, they are in McKinney, Texas, and they have the cutest little town. All kinds of shops, cute restaurants. So I want to make a trip there in the next couple months with my daughter and just plan a weekend because it's a lot of walking around the town and just seeing every shop and all that. It's a cute town, and I know she would love it. And they have a great yarn/fabric store. So I want to do the nice gauge swatch for this and get my gauge. And they had all kinds of colors in this yarn. So then I can be confident in my gauge, and I will go in person to McKinney and pick a color for my Mount Peleor top. So that's the last thing I want to do this month. So yeah, I think that is it. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't see anything. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Again, thank you to those. I had people reach out to me yesterday and message me on Instagram. People I've never met in person, but we've communicated and followed each other online to check in to see if I was okay after the tornadoes yesterday. And so thank you so much. That was super sweet. I just spent the evening last night just like getting texts from people I haven't heard from in years, and then people I didn't know on Instagram. So it was really nice, but we are safe and well. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.